and muscle tension. So nowadays, in this day and age, people are working long hours, or they have serious long-term injuries from maybe source or sports, or maybe bad posture. So what this does that's different out in the market right now is it was inspired by acupuncture therapy.
The 10th version also featured many activities, including displaying the various innovative ideas or inventions and competitions for best inventions to be judged by highly competent panel. It also will award valuable prizes for top inventions. From Marriott Courtyard, I am Nurhan Alfi reporting to Kuwait in 30 minutes.
The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters, known as NCCAL, has wrapped up the 24th Grain Cultural Festival with a concert performed by an Iraqi artist at Abdel Hussein Abdel Rida Theatre in Salmiya area. The event came to confirm the strong bond between Kuwait and Iraq, as well as the reconstruction plan promised by our wise leadership. Nurhan Al-Alfi was there and brought us this report.
The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters has wrapped up the 24 Al-Qurain Cultural Festival with a concert performed by the Iraqi artist Farida at Abdel Hussein Abdel Rida Theatre.
We are very happy to reach the 24th edition finale of Al-Qurain Festival. This festival, which contains different activities, we are talking about activities from theater, music, and poetry and archaeology. Different activities are going on this edition. We would like to congratulate all our participants and all the cultural people who communicate with us through this edition.
The festival offered a complete range of the various manifestations of Kuwait's cultural spectrum, with emphasis on the national Arab dimension, which was referred to the participation of a number of Arab intellectuals in the event.
Well, I think it was a fascinating event, and actually, particularly for a European who is not familiar with that kind of music, it gave us, my wife and myself, a good introduction into Arab and Iraqi music. And I think the whole Al-Qurain Cultural Festival is really a splendid and gorgeous idea. And I don't know whether you know, but we also had an Austrian music group here who participated a week ago. So I think the Qurain Festival, sponsored and organized by the National Council of Culture, Arts and Letters and the Secretary General Ali Al-Yocha, it's a good opportunity to present various types of themes of culture and artists here to the Kuwaiti people and the Kuwaiti population.
By tracing the progress of the cultural movement in Kuwait, you can find that theater and music are the most popular arts. Therefore, the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters had carefully selected the agenda of the festival in a way that suits the taste of the audience.
We are this evening celebrating the end of Al-Qurain cultural event. We believe that the end was very successful. It has joined the Iraqi old culture with the Kuwaiti culture together, and we believe that the audience themselves, they are really show themselves through singing together with Madame Farida and with her group.
The whole festival showed how fruitful and successful the partnership between the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters on one hand and the government bodies, civil society and the private sector on the other. From Abdel Hussein Abdel Rida Theatre, I am Nurhan Alfi reporting to The Week in 30 minutes.
An award ceremony was held at the shooting range in Sabhan for the Ministry of Interior Police Department, where winners of the shooting competition were congratulated. Attendees were officials and delegates and others from Ministry of Interior personnel. Our reporter Najla Sadiq brings us more in the following report.
At the shooting range in Sabhan, an award ceremony was held to congratulate the winners of the annual Martyr Police Shooting Competition. There were various categories for the competition where they were carefully judged. Participants were from the Ministry of Interior and attendees were their fellow officers and staff members.
I am in VIP protection. You see this is event for today. For all police shooters, and I get it first place in tactical shooters here. It's fantastic. Every year's once he make it one events here for all police officer and also the woman police officer.
We are here in the ceremony of the competition, the Martyr competition. And I'm happy here to get my reward, me and my mates. I got the first place at the tactical shooting competition yesterday, and today is the Glock shooting. My sister got the first place, and I am happy to be here.
We are here for the ceremony of the Martyr police shooting competition.
The shooting competition was an amusing event for workforce interaction and recognition of effort and ability.
The annual Martyr Police Shooting Competition from the shooting range in Sabhan. I'm Najla Sadiq reporting for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
And in the following report, at the Youth Association in Shamia, a carnival was held as a collaborative effort between the Youth Public Authority and the Public Authority for the Disabled. Visitors were officials, management from pertinent offices, families and others. Our reporter Najla Sadiq also brings us more in the following report.
A carnival by the name of Creative for My Country took place at the Shamia Youth Association. It was a collaboration between the Youth Public Authority and the Public Authority for the Disabled. The carnival aimed to show the creative abilities of the youth and the disabled through a fun-filled event with loads of entertainment and laughter for all.
We're here to share our collaboration with the Public Authority of the Disabled, and we're doing that open day for them. It's a carnival called إبداعي لوطني in English. It's the creativity. It's our creativity for our country, and we're hoping that they will share their creative stuff, and they will have fun and be happy with us here in our carnival.
And we're here to celebrate how fantastic it is to be part of Kuwait and part of Kuwaiti culture, and also to talk about creativity and how important that is, and especially in relation to special needs. And we're displaying all of our artwork here, all of their artwork I should say, because it is absolutely fantastic and we're really excited to be here.
Creative for My Country Carnival was a heartwarming celebration of humanity, creativity, unity, culture, and most of all, care. Visitors of all groups and ages expressed their happiness and continued enjoying the day.
Creativity for My Country Carnival, a joyous collaborative event by the Public Authority for the Disabled and the Youth Public Authority. From the Youth Association in Shamia, I'm Najla Sadiq reporting for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
And in our final report of tonight's episode of Kuwait in 30 Minutes, Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya, or DAI, recently held a presentation regarding Falaka Island. Guest speakers were expert archaeologists, architects, historians, and more. Attendees expressed delight for the opportunity to gain current information on the island. Our reporter Najla Sadiq brings us more details in the following report.
Critical conservation and the creative economy. The case of Falaka Island was the presentation held at Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya. Guest speakers were archaeologists, expert architects in historic, cultural, and modern art and developmental studies, and others with engineering and economic backgrounds. Visitors were from sectors of interest to Falaka Island's economic value.
So we're trying to see how we can manage to preserve all of this, at the same time develop the island for the future. We're looking at this from an academic perspective, so we're just presenting ideas, and it's not in our hand because we're just academics, and so that's the point. So far, it's been preserved well because there hasn't been major interventions. I think I am personally worried if there was a major intervention in Falaka, how will it impact the local community, which lasted until 1990? How will it impact the archaeological sites? How will it impact the tangible and intangible heritage, the spirit of place? This is really important. Falaka is a very rich place, and I think we can capitalize on it by promoting it as a cultural hub, and that would be extremely unique for the whole Gulf region.
Falaka Island is a special piece of land that holds a wealth of history. The island was once an outpost for Alexander the Great's army, has Mesopotamian-era ruins, and remains of a citadel. Expert studies are conducted on the island to identify the best approach to its development.
And today I'm here to talk about Falaka Island and how it can impact on the creative economy and the growth of the post-oil economy here in Kuwait. In particular, I'm going to look at how the island can contribute economically, socially, culturally and environmentally in the future.
I'm absolutely delighted to be here this evening for this lecture. Falaka Island is so unique. You know, it's a truly unique island in all of the GCC. It is rich in culture, which of course can enhance the existing culture of Kuwait, but also it now has a new life, and that's very important. We can now see how we can preserve its rich heritage and culture, and also introduce some economic development which will support it, secure it, etc. for not just Kuwait but the greater GCC beyond.
With the fragile subject of Falaka Island's past, present and future coming together with the added economic and cultural values, Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya was ideal for visitors and guests to engage delightfully.
Critical conservation and the creative economy. The case of Falaka Island. From Dar al-Athar al-Islamiyya, I'm Najla Sadiq reporting for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
Well, this brings us to the conclusion of tonight's episode of Kuwait in 30 Minutes. We hope to see you again same time next week. Our highly dedicated team of correspondents is constantly out in the field, searching for reports that matter most to you. Thank you for joining us tonight, and see you next week with more exclusive and entertaining reports. Have a good night.